What's going on, everybody? Mr. Thrasha here, along with Gemma. We're just going to take a nice walk through this forest on the way over to the church. Maybe check out the cemetery here in the grip of winter up here in Canada. Look at that, someone put these little Christmas balls all over the tree. That's something, Gemma. Someone came out here and put Christmas balls all over this forest. Yeah, wide variety of Christmas balls throughout Bell Park here. Like I said, taking Gemma on a winter jaunt here. Very, very cold. That's a more interesting ball. Another pink one over here. Very cold. Fingers can freeze completely off out here. Wanted to get out, film something. These bikes, I don't know if these are just to actually lock up bikes, or if you can't sit on them or ride them. You don't want to sit on that. Look at this. World peace, people. World peace. This one actually drew all of that and put that into the wheel. I'm guessing that's a bike lockup. Huh. Rotary International. Come on, Gemma girl, push her down the trail. Alright, continuing over, thought I'd go check out the church and the cemetery. I like taking Gemma for winter walks in cemeteries. Oh, it's very cold. Now, I thought we'd take you guys along with us. Can't say how long I'll last out here. The Great White North is brutal. We're at Bell Park here. Here's the center stone. Means we're midway through the forest. Gemma's sniffing the stone. You sniffing the stone? Might as well show you the stone. W.J. Bell Memorial Park. This park bounded by Main Street, Fernbank Road, and Cherry Drive, donated to the township of Goulburn in 1955. James Bell. Gemma leads us into another portion of the Bell Park forest. Picked a day that wasn't very muddy or goopy for the little dog. Come on, Gemma. I like walking through forests. This bench here gonna lead us out. You see the top of the church there? That's where we're heading. Getting a bit of sunburst up there. Coming from behind the gray clouds. Is really the official entry point of Stittsville up here. Old church and cemetery. Okay, so we've entered the cemetery, Gemma. Our way over to the church. Check that out. It is very, very cold today. I like this row of argue stones here. Look at the picture of the truck right there. Perhaps this gentleman was a welder. Pretty cool. There almost looks like the church just up the way. That's right, just taking a little cemetery jaunt. My little black bear. Hey, where you going? We're not leaving yet, we just got here. I know, it's cold. Come on, it's cold. Just gonna look at a few things. Come on. Little black bear. That's the wrong way. Love the look of that church. Behind the cemetery here, the sun just above the roof. Love just taking cemetery strolls with Gemma. in the winter, but we don't have too many good cemeteries around here. Still, grab yourself a warm caffeinated beverage, maybe an alcoholic beverage, whatever you like to do. Make yourself comfortable. You don't have to freeze. I'll do the freezing for you. Me and Gemma will do the freezing for you. We're just gonna head over there to the church. Give Gemma a leg stretch. Look at this little grave over here. Yeah, Gemma's leading us over. You spotted it too, eh? Little sheep on there. Rhonda Lynn Delahunt. That, eh, Jim? Some stones just catch my eye more than others. Might have to carry my little black bear. I'm gonna have to carry my little black bear. How can I admire some of these nice stones without care if I'm carrying you? I like this monument over here. Looks like the urn-like part of the monument at the top. It's a little crooked color in the sky. Look at this stone here, this mother stone. In front of it. It's a big open spot here in the center of the cemetery. Room for more. Henry Kennedy stone. Very, very old. Giving me a sniff? It's Francis Scott one too. Wow, these have been here since 1840. 1840, those stones. Not sure exactly how old this church is up ahead. Perhaps we can figure that out as we get up there. But yeah, these stones always catch my eye. You can tell when they're from the 1800s. This one, 1873. Most of the time you can't even read them. 1861, John Wilson. Rest in peace, John Wilson. Okay, come on. Heading over to the church, Gemma. Heading over to the church. Yeah, it's just rather crazy. Look how old this one is. That could be... No, that's it. 1800s. Can't see exactly what it says. 18... It's like 1860. 1800s. Same with this one. Wow. There are a lot of old cemetery stones. Come on. Come on. This one. William Healy died in 1879 at 83. And the stone next to it, you can't even make out. It's probably even older than 1879. Look at that. Can't even make out the inscriptions, Jim. Can you read it? I can't read it. Pretty big cemetery, too. Enjoy this little walk with me and Gemma. Winter strolls around cemeteries. If you're not from Canada, this could be pretty interesting. So we get closer to the church. 1877. 1877. I just love to find the oldest stones I can find. Leading us over to the church, right? Good girl. Got some who are interred over here in this thing. Only about a few, actually, so it looks like they're awaiting more people to pass away. Fill this up. You hiding over there? You hiding from me? Just over here. Oh my, look at this. What happened over here, Jim? Guess we don't have to go through the fence. because this tree must have fallen over in the storm. Broke. Look what it did to this iron fence. Look at that. It bent. Look at how it bent the bars of the fence. Oh, this gate got taken right out by this humongous Canadian tree here. Wow, just behind the church. My God, another look at this tree just behind the church that fell over. Look at this baby tree. Look at that. Look at the size of that. There's actually old pieces of cemetery stones back here. There's one right there too. Look at the snap in that tree. You're dead instantly if something like this falls on you. Yeah, I took out a whole section right here that I can just walk through to check out the church in a moment. Look, it must have landed, must have taken this section right out, landed on this. This part is still barely standing, but it's still standing. Look at how bent those bars are. This fence got a bit of damage as well. Look at the size of that tree. It snapped right there in the middle, falling this way. Jeez. Could have done some serious damage to this church if it had fallen that way. Look at that. Looks like they've sawed it up a bit. Can't believe what it did to this fence. Unbelievable, Gemma. Wow. Very dangerous storms. And it's the trees. Come on, Gemma. Let's go through the now open gate. It's the back of the church here. Got Gemma off of her leash, which is not generally the best idea. You stay close. Yeah, I've always loved the look of this church. Stained glass. There aren't too many churches where I'm from here. And I've covered this church before. What are you doing? You going to church? Heading to church? Got a nativity scene. Christmas is over, of course, now, so he's napping. He had a rough holiday. But it ain't too cold for the baby Jesus. What are you doing? Waiting for the church service? Here at Stittsville United Church. Family worship is until Sunday morning at 10. It's the Stittsville Methodist Church. Erected in 1883. 1800s. Taking a little church tour, eh, Gemma? Just taking a little church tour. Again, from the left side of the church. Over here, I've never seen these before. From behind them, they look like drive-in movie screens. Obviously smaller than that. I miss the days of the drive-in. That's what this reminds me of. These are actually solar panels that they've just put up. Solar panels, Gemma. You gonna be able to make it back without me carrying you? Look at these solar panels. They must have just put these up. It says this area is under 24-hour surveillance. Surveillance! 24-hour surveillance. Surveillance cams. The size of these things, though. So you walk right up to them, you can't tell how big they are. Pretty big. It's my PIC taking off there. My partner in crime, Gemma. Like I said, of going around the front of the church, we'll go around back through the cemetery. Hatch a couple more stones, get her back before we both freeze like ice cubes. Magnificent church, though. 1883. Yeah, there are many signs around here. There's another one over there I didn't notice. Property under surveillance. Well, it can be under surveillance. I'm just looking. Just looking. See that plant in that window? Yeah, I'm just looking at it. Just looking. Just looking. Gemma's hiding behind the banks. Any newer neighborhood areas in there. Look, little stuffed animals in there. Little stuffed animals in there, Gemma. Thanks again, everybody. You're still with me, coming along, enjoying my content. I just put it up to bring you guys along. You never know where we'll be, what we'll be doing here on the Mr. Thrasha Show. Thanks again for joining me and Gemma on this little church and cemetery tour here in the Great White North. We are in Ottawa, Ontario. James Evangelist and Ava Ethel. Look at that little stone over here. Look at that. Can't eat. Oh, 1882. 1882. That's been sitting there since 1882, Gemma. Okay. Some are completely buried in the snow. $1878. I thought that said. No, yeah, that's 1878. Don't argue with me, Gemma. Don't argue. You're getting cold. Getting your exercise. Gonna get Gemma back home before she freezes solid. This one's really interesting too. Alright, starting to get to you, isn't it, Gemma? One last view of the church and cemetery. Come on, you're gonna be a frozen popsicle. A frozen popsicle. Thanks again, everybody. Again, for joining me and Gemma. Please like, please subscribe. If you're new here, just gotta let you know when a new episode goes up. You never know what you're gonna be seeing from Mr. Thrasha. Could be covering some filming locations. Here, there, anywhere. Big gear planned. Just up in Canada right now. Freezing solid. Please stay tuned for much more. Could be museum, roadside attractions, historical spots, churches, cemeteries, filming locations, food. You never know what you're gonna get on the Mr. Thrash Show. Thank you again, everybody, for joining in. Follow me on Twitter or Instagram. But please give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. Thanks again, everybody. Please please subscribe. If you're new here, subscribe and let you know when a new episode goes up. You never know what you may be missing here on the Mr. Thrasha Show. Never know where we're going to be, what we're going to be doing. Go back, check out older videos, follow me on Twitter or Instagram, and tune in next time to the Mr. Thrasha Show. A big tree, isn't it, Gemma? Very big tree. A nice little snowfall here. We got to make it back to warmth. Come on, Gemma. Guide us back to warmth. Thanks again for joining in today, everybody. Please please subscribe. No rhyme or reason today, just taking a nice chilly winter walk here in the Great White North. Thanks again, everybody. Join us next time here on the Mr. Thrasha Show. Never know what you may be missing unless you tune in to Mr. Thrasha Show. I like this snowfall. Just not a big fan of the cold. Still a very pleasant winter snowfall.